Up for sale, 1969 Oldsmobile Cutlass S Convertible. I'm going to walk around and tell you about the car, fire it up, and then drive it. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you. Like I said, 69 Cutlass S Convertible, finished in white with black interior, bucket seats. 350. Engine and trans, of course. Power steering, power brakes, power top. And as always, go around it, show you more about the car, tell you more about the car, and then we'll drive it. So we'll start here in the front, of course. Start the passenger side today. It's definitely a one repaint, finished in white, of course, as you see. The body is all original. Fenders, doors, quarters, no patches. Hood's original. We'll do the fitment of the hood real quick. That lines up awesome. You see a little nick right there. Of course, you're going to get a couple little marks, being a one repaint. Chrome, probably original to the car, and is actually still in very nice condition. You see a couple little marks where the license plate would go. Still, nice original condition. You see a little touch up right there. You see a little mark, a couple other little guys as you go. So I might as well pop the hood. $350. Also, it was a factory air conditioning car, so it would have been a nicely optioned car. Power brakes, power steering, power top, factory AC. You see, of course, your components still in place there. I would say a very nice and clean engine compartment here. I'll talk about it more when I get to it or later on, but the underneath is all original, unpatched. You see the power steering pump down there, unpatched, zero rust, not even a pinhole, which is extremely impressive. It has a new brake booster on it. Looks to be probably newer master cylinder as well. Your trim tag is in place there. That you see. I just looked at it. It was 3667, which was Cutlass S Convertible. Cutlass S. It has this white Oldsmobile wheels on it. Complements the car, of course. You see a couple little marks right above the fender there. Or the lip of the wheel well, I should say. The car as a whole is tremendously solid. Again, just looking underneath it, I got a couple pictures. I wish I could post all the pictures of the underneath, like front to back. No rust. It's super cool. Come up here. Little touch up right there, a little chip on that. Door fitment. Good. I'll show you that before I go down. Windshield, awesome. It has a brand new Stay Fast top on, and it's a cloth top, very expensive top, with your glass back window. So let's go back here. I know there's a couple bubbles in this little region here. As you go down lower, there's no other bubbles there, just in the corner of the door, which you see 4 little guys. Little touch up though. Couple little marks right there. Another little mark right there. Nice door panel. The interior looks to be almost totally original. See, it's a bucket seat car. You see a little bit of cracking here on this seat, and some cracking on the passenger where the butt goes, of course. Carpet definitely has been replaced, and that's in nice condition. So let's hop in quickly. Zoom out here for a second. No radio, but they didn't cut it up, which is nice. The dash pad itself, you see where the factory AC would go. The dash pad itself is mint. The dash actually is in very nice condition as well. 96110. I mean, that totally makes sense to be original. Couple added gauges down there. They all work. Always nice, especially when you're driving the car. You want to know, you know, your temp, amp, oil pressure, especially oil pressure. There's where your AC unit, excuse me, controls would have been. And there's the controls for the power top. I will show you that function a little bit later in the video. Probably fire it up and then make them work. Make sure we're focused here. You see a couple little rips on the seams in that back bench seat there. And the top frame looks like it's been restored. It's all black as you see there, and that makes sense. I also have its original top boot in the trunk. Let me grab the key. Where were we? Dust that off. You see a couple little marks over there. Another little guy right there. Oh, and of course, being all original body panels, they all fit up the way it should be, especially because it hasn't been taken apart. You see a bubble right there, and then like a touch-up on a bubble right there. It also has a 12-bolt rear in it. You see a couple little marks on the bumper here. Still very nice condition though. See a couple little marks right there. Couple little raise in the paint, couple cracks. Let's go ahead and pop the trunk. Top boot, your original trunk pan, which looks to have probably original spatter paint on it in most of the spots. As you see over there, okay, a little bit of surface on the bare metal. Looks like the guy was showing how nice and solid the original metal was, as you see here. The original quarters are still in place, of course. Like I said, it's original body panels. Nice example. Weather stripping in here is very nice condition still, as you see. And just a little bit of pitting on the top of this one, of course, because this is closed. You know, moisture locks up in there. That's why it's always pitting behind the license plates, because it gets trapped. I'm trying to think of anything else right now. We'll keep going. One bubble right there. It has dual exhaust, which makes sense. A couple other little fine marks right there. One little bubble, another little tiny bubble. Door fits up nicely again. All the trim, I know I haven't talked too much about the trim. This is probably all original to the car and still in very nice shape. And again, all the glass too, I did mention that. I know I showed the windshield. The top gets dusty because it's got that cloth on top, like little things like that, but that can be all, you know, lint brushed off if you wanted to, if that drove you nuts. And again, probably the worst part of the interior is just this seat. You could replace just this if you want. You could replace both if you want, but this is so nice. I wouldn't do it. I would almost leave it. will be up for sale later today on my website, nextgenclassiccars.com, and eBay. Both links will be in the description of this video. If you want to check it out, let us know. 69 Oldsmobile Cutlass S convertible 350 trans, power steering, power brakes, power top. It was previous factory AC. No attachment panels on the body, no attachment panels underneath the car. Probably the most solid Oldsmobile I've had. 12-bolt rear as well. That's always, I would say, interesting, but always nice to see. A couple touch-ups right there that you see there, one there, and then just a couple more bubbles down there. Yeah, right there, a couple more marks. See a couple little marks, a couple touch-ups right there. So we will fire it up and then drive it. Well, I didn't even show it. Go down. Go down. They didn't even see it. Now you gotta drive around with the top down. Hey, watch it.